Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as we get set for a matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and the New York Knicks. As this one gets underway, what's the game plan here for the Knicks?
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DG94 here with another NBA Live My Career Gameplay. Today we are taking on the hometown team, the Milwaukee Bucks. We're gonna see if we come out here to just win. We start off with a turnover. Wow. So yeah.
It's in off the rim.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession.
I've noticed. I've been harsh on 2K for the past. I'm on EA for the past couple of days, weeks now. Why have I been so harsh on NBA Live? Why am I so harsh? Because I've noticed some things that they've taken out of this game, elements that I felt were good.
What impressed you the most?
In this league, the ability to create havoc and
But I feel like they stepped away from a lot of the elements that they should have. I just feel like they didn't focus on the elements that they should have focused on. Like, for instance, passing, rebounding. You know, a lot more, you know, better defense on star players. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yes, they were winning, but they also saw this special, unique talent. It drew them to their TV sets. It brought them to the arena. All of those things make him a special.
Paint cheese. I really hope they would crack down on this stuff. And it seems like they didn't really crack down on this stuff. Now, I will say that there were some of the things in the demo that I said they did kind of fix. Number one, lagging at Summer Circuit. Yes, they did fix that. Then there was then there's the foul calling. They did tone down the foul calling in this game. Very different from last year. I do like that.
That's the easiest play in basketball right there. Catch it near
But
the basket and flush it home.
The animations, man.
With a nickname like the Greek Freak, you certainly expect.
And it seems like the only animations that they did put into the game were the animations that they put in for you to add to your character signature styles and how he plays throughout the whole remainder of the game. Because other than that, man, a lot of these animations, man, are still PlayStation 2 stiff, and I don't like that at all. I really don't. Look at that, man. 78%, right on the money, but I missed a free throw. What is up with me missing free throws and I'm a good free throw shooter? They say you're not going to knock down your free throws 100% of the time. I call bullshit. Because free throw, if I'm a good free throw shooter, then I should have the mentality to knock down my free throws every time. Yeah, I might miss one, but it's one thing when you miss just one a game. It's another thing when you miss 3 of them a game and you hit them right on the money. That's my issue with, you know, the free throws. But anyways, though, I must say, all in all, with the teammate, I just hope that in the near future they fix teammates and letting your teammates actually score the basketball, because your teammates can't do shit. If it ain't the star player, they ain't scoring, bro. Look at that. They make mistakes. They pass the ball too much. They don't try to score for themselves. What type of NBA team, what type of NBA player doesn't try to score for himself? What type of NBA player doesn't want to put points on the board? You know what I'm saying? I understand they trying to make this more team basketball orientated, but dog, it's too much, man. Look at this, man. He passed the ball to Melo and got it taken away. And now I gotta sit here and I gotta do the pick and roll cheese. Now I gotta drop to the basket. I get no foul call. You know, I understand that they toned down the foul calls, but I didn't want them to tone it down to the point where there's really no foul calls for me when I drop to the paint every time. So yeah.
Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. Steps back for the jumper.
Another thing too, you EA fag boys gotta calm down, man. Just calm down. It's not that serious. Calm down. I'm just stating facts. That's all I'm doing is stating facts. I am not biased. If you got me confused, if you had me confused for EA fag boy, then you came to the wrong channel. Because I'm not an EA fag boy. I do not show love for either game, whether it's 2K or NBA Live for that matter. I show no love towards either game. I just saw a lot of promise in NBA Live, and I thought with the success of NBA Live 15 that NBA Live 16 was going to be good. But you know what? I'll talk some more about it in the second half. So
looking to curl in, spins inside, and a foul. New York shooting 60.
let me state what I was talking about in the second half. Second half, I was pretty much stating, you know, how I felt about, you know, NBA Live 15. This is the things that I loved about NBA Live 15 that I've started to notice aren't in this year's game. Defense is a lot. I noticed that the defense isn't as sticky as glue as it used to be, and that's a good thing for very certain reasons, because if I'm playing against a bad defender, he shouldn't have the ability to just stop me on my dribble like right then and there. But the fact that, you know, the fact that I can just do a simple crossover and go straight to the basket every time, or my opponent can do a simple crossover, go straight to the basket every time, it kind of, you know, kind of makes the defense worthless. You know, so even if I do run a good defensive set, all they have to do is make one simple crossover, and this whole defense is pretty much a wrap. Like, look at that. I'm sitting here, I'm guarding him, and he just blows right past me like it's nothing.
Solid team defense forcing the miss. Attacks the basket, knocks it down.
Another thing too that I've noticed is that big men run up the court like fucking point guards in this game. I never thought that cheese like that would be in an NBA Live game, but it actually is. Like, you could literally, if you were playing with the Chicago Bulls, you could literally run up the court with Pau Gasol every time. You were at the floor, Pau Gasol and Joakim Noah. Now, I know Joakim Noah does run it up the floor, and he does play point. He does play a point center at times, but that's at certain times. Not on a I'm talking about get the rebound, come down on a fast break, and take it coast to coast. I've noticed that. That's why I said the big men in this game are a fucking joke, okay? Because they play like point guards.
Nice touch at the basket. That's just tremendous defensive effort. You did all you could to prevent the make. Unfortunately, he stuck.
To Anthony. He's averaging 16 points per game this season.
And it's ridiculous.
Very effective. Puts it in. 1 point game.
Cause this just happened, and as soon as I cut the recording off, I start the game. First play that happens, Greg Monroe shoots a 3 like it's nothing and makes it. That to me is ridiculous. I know Greg Monroe is pretty deep with his range, but at the same time, the fact that he just went up and just tried to, the fact that he just drained a three like he was fucking Dirk Nowitzki, just made me so like, what the fuck, dude. But whatever though, right? So I mean, it's just certain aspects like that that I kind of miss from the NBA Live 15, but you know.
Milwaukee's leading New York by a score of 44-42. Grant, oh, he knocks it down.
But hey, whatever. That's just my personal opinion, though. Other than that, I think some aspects of NBA Live 16 are good. I know I've stated that the live motion is sometimes the live motion does work, but it, for certain moments of the game when you really want it to work, it doesn't work. And as you can see, I have plays that automatically set themselves, but as always, my teammates can't fucking score, so therefore I can never have we can never have a good teammate. I can never have a good teammate grade performance of 100 because my teammates can't fucking score. And how did I not get that rebound right there? I'm down there. It's two of us in the paint right there.
I love back and forth game, tight game, because what you see, Mike, is who has the poise and the precision to execute under the duress of the tight, hotly contested matchup.
As we wind down the fourth, there's a timeout.
I like this timeout right here.
Like I said, man, rebounding is a joke in this game. Defense is kind of a joke in this game. I mean, the fact that big men could just run coast to coast like it's nothing in this game. Paint cheese.
That's nice body control right there on that layup. Good finish. Throws it down. What a play.
The passing is just, I don't know how many times I could state the fucking passing just being terrible in this game, but ay.
Sloppy ball handling. He loses control of it. Out of bounds. Turnover.
And it also seems like the ball is a lot more lighter. It seems very 2K-ish, where the ball just drags itself right out of bounds. Like the ball is a lot more lighter than what it was before, and I don't like that.
Look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
Oh, he got hit, and they call it. Draws the foul call against Antetokounmpo. Picks up his first personal. He connects on the first free throw. Watch free throw shooting, and the game is tied.
So yeah, that's just my personal opinions about this game so far. Like I said, there's still some good aspects. I'm not gonna point them out yet because I don't know. I could point them out, but as you can see, we're running out of time. Who knows? We might go into overtime, so maybe I probably could state them. But I was gonna say if he make that, I'm so focused on this game right now. It's ridiculous. Like I said. And if it ain't the star player, if it ain't you or the star player of the team, 9 times out of 10, the rest of the if you or the star player do not have the ball in your hands, in their hands, 9 times out of 10, anybody who shoots will miss. And that's the sad part about it. You try to get a good teammate grade, you try to set a good, you trying to get that 100 teammate grade performance thing, but you can't because your teammates can't score, and you're sitting here with 3-4 assists a game.
Feeds it right back. To Monroe. Greg Monroe with 13 points and 2 rebounds. Puts it up. Oh,
that is some bullshit right there. I know y'all just saw that. That is bullshit. We play really good defense, and yet they still got the ball back somehow. That is bullshit. So now I have a chance to win it here with 5 seconds left, and they pass it to Melo.
Playing inside out. This for the win. Puts it in.
And I let him take that. I let him take that. I let him take that. I wanted him to take it. So surprisingly, one of my other teammates has finally scored the ball. I actually got a good teammate grade performance, but whatever. I wasn't scared in the moment. I just didn't want to shoot. I just didn't want to shoot it. Plain and simple. But yep, that's pretty much the game. I let my teammate be the hero this time. I will have my moment in NBA Live eventually. But as right now, yeah.
The Knicks emerged victorious after a tight finish. I could get into detail,
and I will see you guys next time. Till then, peace out.
We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Bucks are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory.
Game track. Assists.
I was really impressed by the way these teams shared the ball. As you can see in these highlights, the ball movement was spectacular. It can't be said enough. The extra pass can make all of the difference.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here's a look at the numbers.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the latest scores from around the league. Here's a look at the Eastern Conference standings. And here we've got the upcoming game for the Milwaukee Bucks. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.